Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. In the dreams that I dare dream of, really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and to wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, ooh, birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why can't I? Why can't I? Thank you very much. Okay, that was hard to do. Glad I got that part over. I want to welcome you to this clinic this morning. This is one of my most favorite clinics to teach. I discovered this these concepts along my musical vocal journey, and I love sharing ideas and getting feedback and all that kind of good thing. But storytelling is something that usually you're not taught how to do that exactly. You know, they just say, make it yours. But what does that mean? How do you make it yours? Well, it so happens that I've discovered some concepts or techniques that I think will be very helpful. I hope everyone has the handout. Nope. There's some on the music stand, and if you need more, I have some more up here. I'll just push those. Well, maybe I don't have any of those. Yeah, so, and if you don't mind sharing, I have some more. There's one handout that I'd like for you to look at is called Making It Real, Storytelling Through Song. And then, of course, I have extra of these that I'll talk about in a moment. Okay, so you don't mind sharing.
An extra one.
Oh, here's an extra one. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, you know, how do you go about learning how to tell a story, and how do you where does the emotion come from? How do you put emotion into something? So if I were to ask any of you here this morning, what happened in your life today the first 15 minutes after you became conscious again? Okay? And if this is an interactive session here, so can I just pick somebody and just tell me what I'm gonna pick Dave.
Oh my God.
Dave, what happened to you when you woke up this morning for the next, let's say, 10, 15 minutes? What
10,
happened?
15
A
minutes.
series of events.
Well, I got into the shower, and before I got out of the shower, the door rang, and the room service got there much earlier than I was expecting.
Yeah.
So I rushed in. I, tried to put some clothes on and said, "Wait for a minute." Out the door, you came in. That was pretty much the first 15 minutes. There was a plan, but of course there wasn't.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in your telling me that and sharing this with us, did you by any chance have visual images in your mind of those series of events?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Anybody else here create images based on what Dave said? Okay, how many did? Okay, what's wrong with the other folks? I'm kidding, okay, this is me, so get ready for it, okay. So, okay, can I pick somebody else? Anybody want to volunteer? Okay.
I woke up, realized I was not in New York, that it's not 15 degrees. Opened the shade to the window and looked on the harbor and smiled.
Okay. Okay, so everybody else see that?
Oh, yeah.
The images too? Okay, and you have your own version or interpretation of those images, right? Okay, let's take one more person. Is anybody back there? Come on, don't be shy. Okay, I'll give you $10. Okay. Okay.
I woke up and was immediately stressed about getting my kids up and ready to get over here so that they could see all the amazing things, because they were exhausted staying up until 1 a.m. last night checking everything out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, everybody get a visual of what he said? How about feelings? Can you feel the stressed out part? Anybody not be able to feel that? Okay, we're on the same page then, even you other people who haven't had your coffee yet. Okay. Well, this is, when we share stories or conversation, and for the purpose of this clinic, stories, conversation is synonymous, okay? Same thing. I noticed that Dave and Peter, Pete, okay, and I don't know your name?
Bill.
Bill, okay, as I'm looking at them, I had the benefit of seeing their eyes, their facial expression. They kind of, sometimes as they're recounting what the series of events, their eyes kind of shifted, usually to the right, and at that moment, although Dave talks nonstop, most people don't, no. But at that moment, I think, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, that you were actually in your mind's eye seeing some of those events. Is that correct? Okay. So if I ask you to tell that same story again, or another version of that story, would you just do that one time, Dave, and let's
Sure.
pay attention and see how he handles this? Okay.
So, woke up and as normal was get into the shower and had my nice shower and stuff and washed my hair and all that kind of stuff, and then the knock on the door, and because I knew I had done the room service thing, and I thought, oh my God, but I was pretty much all done. So I figured I'll take a gamble and that he'll still be there, and so I got out of the shower, got a towel and stuff, and put on a pair of shorts and let the guy in, and luckily he was patient enough to wait for me.
Okay, did you guys get that? Do you see it? Was there anything different that you noticed? What was that? His hair.
More detail.
It's clean now. Yes.
More detail.
More detail.
More the emotion,
The
the emotion was toned down.
The emotion was toned down, okay, but you got more detail, okay. So this is what happens when we experience something, okay, and we recount that, we share that, we tell that story, we have that conversation. You know, we have these visual memories that we see in our mind, and we see them and then we narrate what we see. We go back, we look, oh yeah, and we narrate, and this goes on and on. The more you tell the story, the more detail you remember or can create. Does that make any sense to you? Okay, so something that we don't necessarily do consciously anyway is when we're preparing and singing a song. What we usually do is we memorize the lyrics, memorize the melody and the chord changes, and because we are jazz singers, we know we have to make up some stuff. It's called improvisation. Okay. But what happens many times is the story of those lyrics are left on the page. We can sing it, maybe we have beautiful voices, maybe we have the improvisation thing down, maybe we look good that day, that moment, you know, but there's no communication from here to there, those same places, okay? Have anybody have that experience as a listener? I won't put you on the spot and say as the performer, okay? So, you know, how many times have you heard someone like, you're listening to the radio or a CD, whatever, and you say, what? How did they get there in that little box or on this CD? How did that happen? You know, I can sing better than this, right? How many times does that happen? Many, right? Okay, and then you have other people that have like great voices, but you don't hear very much from them. They don't leave you with anything, no feeling, nothing to take away, whether you're live in the concert or you're listening on the radio or your CD or whatever. You have that experience too? Okay, so what's going on there? Well, in my experience, I would say that the person who is the storyteller, AKA Bob Dylan, okay, he knows how to tell a story. The stories that he writes, they lift off the page, they guide you and inspire you, entice you to do exactly what you did this morning when Dave, Pete, and Bill shared this little few minutes of their life from this morning. They inspired you to create your own interpretation of their story. You're with me so far? Okay, so now, how can we consciously choose to do that? Well, it's very simple. Now we know that what we need are details. There's three things that you have to draw on when you create your story. I have removed the title singer from my name, and I prefer to call myself a storyteller. I have changed the word song to the word story. So I am a storyteller who tells stories. That's the way I feel myself, that's the way I act, that's the way I am. The moment that went into my head, it opened up a whole nother world of possibility as to how I'm going to share the story based on the lyrics of any song I choose to sing, okay? So there are three things that you have to at your command to work with in order to do this. One, you have your personal experience to draw from, okay? You have your observed experience. You don't need to go get hit up inside the head, you know, and draw blood to think that, oh, that might hurt. Okay, so you can watch somebody else go through that and say, okay, that's not for me. And you have your imagination. You can make up anything, anytime. Why? Because it's your story. Okay? Does that make sense so far? You with me? Okay. So, let's just take, I handed out, where's the handout? I gave my handout away. Okay, so, can I use this? Okay. Oh, I have an extra. Anybody need one? Okay, so we've gone through the exercise on this shape. This is the Making It Real Storytelling through Song. And we're down to creating the details. So there are 3 general questions that I've created that if you answer these 3 general questions in explicit detail, you will have done the work it takes to create a story that is real to you first, and then will become real to the listener. And if it's not real to you, if your story is not real to you, it cannot be real to them. So how do you create a real story using your personal experience, observed experience, and imagination? Okay, the question number 1 is, who are you as the storyteller, as the person who is having the conversation, initiating the conversation? Who are you? And what that means is, what do you look like? Because you can use those 3, what's the word for them? 3, okay, it's morning, help me, I need help. Description? Yeah, all of that, okay. So, you can create anything. So who are you? What do you look like? Because it's your story, you don't have to be Dee or Frank or John. You don't have to be female or male. You don't have to be whatever racial makeup you are. You don't have to be, you can be look like and be anybody you want to be. Okay, telling the story, using the lyrics of the song you've decided to sing as the foundation. So, so what I need to know is every single detail you can possibly think of. What about things like eye color, shape of eyebrows, neck, long, short, fat, fingertips, fingernails, all of this kind of, do you have any identifying marks on your body? You know, things like that. And I'm going to ask somebody to do this for me. Any volunteers? I'll guide you. You won't be alone. It won't hurt. Anybody? Is there somebody being
Right
pointed?
here.
Oh, right here? All right.
Sure.
Okay, you want to stand?
Sure.
Okay, and would you mind turning around?
This way?
That way.
Okay.
And your name is?
I'm Whitney.
Whitney, okay. Whitney, okay, so, we're gonna base all of this on the song, I'll Be Seeing You.
Okay.
Okay, you know that song?
I do.
Okay, everybody know that song? Okay, there's some lyric sheets, running around here. Okay, so let's just go over the lyrics right quick before we get started. Okay. Now, don't forget, this is your story, okay? And we need to know who you are, what you look like,
Okay.
what is your history that led you up to this moment to be saying these words, okay? So let's just go over the words right quick. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In a small cafe, in a park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, even wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day. In everything that's light and gay, I'll always think of you that way. I'll see you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon. I'll be seeing you. Okay? Now, who are you as this person who is saying these words?
Does it have to be current, or can it be?
It's your story.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you look like?
I look like me. I have brown hair.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. I'll be stopping you.
Well, I have a picture in my head.
Okay, you give me your picture.
All right. I'm in the 1940s.
Okay.
I am.
You wanna use this?
Sure. I'm using the mic now. I'm in the 1940s. I have victory rolls in my hair.
Uh-huh.
I have a polka dot dress on that's black.
Okay, is it fitted?
It is fitted, yes. Okay,
How long is it?
it's right below my knee.
Right below your knee, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Polka dots, how big are the polka dots?
The polka dots are medium to large. They're about 2 inches in diameter.
Okay, those are big.
Okay, 1 inch in diameter. It's early. Just huge, it's just not even polka dots anymore.
Okay.
I'm wearing high heels. I'm wearing about 2.5-inch heels.
Okay, are they skinny heels, fat heels?
They're fat heels. They're like medium, so they're sensible heels.
Okay, what color are their shoes?
They are black. No, they're red to match my dress.
Okay.
They're
the dress
to
is
sass
red.
it up. It's a black dress but with red shoes, so the shoes are
Okay,
sassy.
got you. Okay, so the polka dot part, what color are the polka dots?
Yes, the red is the pop color. That's true. The dress is black with white polka dots, and the shoes are red.
Okay, everybody got that. Black dress, white polka dots, medium. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm wearing a silver necklace with a locket on it
Okay.
with a picture
Okay,
of the man that I'm singing the song with.
okay. So, and everything else is as we see it right now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what history, and this doesn't have to be way back history, but just recent history, led you to be in this state of mind where you are saying these words?
So you don't want my idea of who I'm singing this to?
No.
You want like current?
I want to know
Events.
what happened.
Well, I have a story that I figured out for this song.
Okay.
Do you want my story?
No.
You want current or All right.
No, I want to know what happened to bring you up before you even say these words. What is the emotion? What are the circumstances, or what that led you to feel this way that you want to say these words?
Well, for me, this song always has a sense of longing, and to me, this always every time I hear this song, it's always usually someone who's gone.
Okay,
Someone
but
who's
I'm not
passed
talking
away.
about someone. Okay, I'm talking about you.
Okay.
What happened that made you feel like you need to, you're longing to say, and this is how you express that longing? Because I'm assuming you said what people usually do, they usually sing this when they're longing, but I really don't care about them. I really want to know about you specifically.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm confused. I don't know if you want me as
I want
this, like me as a person or me as this storyteller. That's just what
Well,
I'm
aren't they
confused.
the same?
Well, that's why I'm asking what you want.
Okay. Are they the same?
Yes.
They're the same. Okay, they are?
Okay. Okay, so this person's gone away to war.
Okay. This person?
The man that I'm singing the song about.
Okay.
Joe.
Okay, but, yeah, I'm pushing you.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so but you're thinking you're being listened.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys see where I'm trying to push her to?
Yeah.
I want to know, and we, inquiring minds, want to know what happened to you that makes you say, I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places. What happened?
I don't know what's happened to him. He's gone away to war and he's probably passed away. And so I'm seeing him all the time, even though he's not physically present.
Okay, and what incident specifically that made you think and feel that in this moment of 1940, whatever it is, okay, in this moment, that made you go there emotionally?
I saw the moon at night one night, and it reminded me of a moment that we shared together.
Okay, so you see where I'm going? Now you're talking about you,
Right,
okay, and these words or this story.
right.
Okay, so that's question, in a nutshell, question number one. You can be as detailed as you possibly can, because what you just did was help all of us get involved with your story. And our interpretation of that is not going to be exactly like yours. It's going to be based on our personal experience, our observed experience, our imagination. If we have never had that experience, we can imagine what it must be like or might be like to be in that position where you love somebody, they're away, in this case at war, you don't know if they're safe or not. You know, it can be in today's world, you know, you're in love with somebody, you're separate for whatever reason, you haven't had the regular kind of contact for the past whatever length of time. So there's a question, there's a longing, there's a concern, there's all of this kind of stuff. Am I right? Is that correct? Oh. Oh. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are creating your own pictures of her story based on your own experience, right? So she had, just listening to her, she has you involved. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so when you, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so question number two.
Sure.
Who are you telling this to, this story, or having this conversation with?
It's an inner monologue.
Inner monologue. Okay, can you, it's about
About this person,
Okay.
Joe.
I want to know what the same thing about Joe. What does Joe look like?
He's a sergeant in the Air Force.
Okay, but what does he look like?
He has wavy brown hair, he's 6 foot tall,
Okay,
he has a thin mustache,
okay,
he has black shine shoes on.
okay. What is his, what are his lips like?
They're very soft, they're very,
They're very soft, but
Yes.
what do they look like?
they're pink.
Is that a natural thing or?
Yeah, no, it's a natural rosy color.
Okay, are they full, thin?
They're full, there's
Oh,
nice
full.
full lips, yes.
Okay, like, how full is full?
Like mine, I don't know.
Okay, okay. And his nose, what kind of nose does he have?
He has a nice nose.
What does that nice nose look like?
I don't usually describe noses, so,
I know.
do you pick somebody that the nose looks like?
It's yours, so you can have any kind of nose you want to have.
He has a normal nose.
Nope, gotta be.
A little upturned nose.
Little upturn, is it a girly nose or what?
It's a masculine nose.
It's a masculine nose.
He's a very masculine man.
Okay, with a little upturn.
Yes,
Okay, and the eyebrows, are they
they're dark but groomed.
groomed? Are
Yes.
they deep?
They're medium. They're not too thick.
Not too thick?
Yeah,
Okay, are they full?
they're full.
They're
Yes.
full, okay. Okay, now, body type?
Muscular. Very
Muscular.
strong masculine man.
Okay, so there's a lean muscular.
Lean muscular.
There's a Greek kind of muscular.
Sure, he's Greek guy. He looks like a Greek guy.
Okay, okay, and is he long-waisted, short-waisted?
Short-waisted, long legs.
Okay, does he have a booty?
He does. Yes.
Developed.
Yes, it's nice. It's very grabbable.
Okay, and, Okay, so you guys get the idea. So did you go with her? Did everybody go with her? Okay, in the creation of this, were you seeing anything? Okay, now, what is the relationship between you and the guy with the boutique?
Yes.
What is the relationship that, historically, that brought you to this moment, why you would even bother to think and say this? Even though it's an what do you call it, an inter-conversation or?
Inner monologue.
Inner monologue, okay.
It was very short but very passionate, like very white hot, you know, so we were together for a month and then he had to leave, but that month we spent every day together.
Every day together, okay. So we could go into the details. But we won't put the girl through.
I think we all need a drink.
I'm ready anytime. Okay, so you get that? Okay, they have this wild, passionate, how did you meet?
We met dancing.
Dancing? Okay, dancing where?
To a big band at a little bar on the corner in downtown San Diego.
Okay, and what was it about him that caught your attention?
The way he held me when we danced.
Okay, but why did you dance with him? Why did you say, yes, I'll dance with you?
Because, actually, I asked him to dance.
Okay, and why?
Because I thought he was cute.
Okay, because you thought he was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the first thing that you noticed about him? That,
His smile.
okay, cute smile.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Dimples.
Smile. Oh, dimple. Double or single?
Just one.
Okay. Okay, so now, so that in general is our question number 2. And like I said, you can get, the more detail you get, and as you're relating this to us, creating this, okay, as I said, you're guiding us to create our own visual interpretation of what you're saying, okay? You are creating images too, right? Now you know, you have an image in your mind of what this guy looks like. You have some feelings about what it is about him that you like, that you are attracted to emotionally, right? Okay, and you're just standing up here in front of all these people that you don't know, right? Okay, and that's happening. That's okay. So now, question number 3 is, as you are having this conversation or telling this story, where are you located physically?
In my bedroom,
In your bedroom?
looking out the window.
Looking out
At the moon.
At the moon. Okay. Now, the reason that is important because for Whitney to share this, and we've determined it's a rather intimate,
Yes.
personal thing, moment with us through song, okay? Because she's decided that she's sharing this in her bedroom, she's going to be probably very, very intimate and introspective in her delivery of this, okay? If she were out in Central Park, or wherever the park is here in San Diego, and it's in the middle of the day, there's people around, even though you may be alone, you know, you would express this differently just because of the environment. Does that make sense? Is that, you guys get that? Okay. So, well, thank you very much. That's all we need. Okay, so this process, you know, I love going through this with my students, right? We have a lot of fun because I'm just on them like white on rice, as my mom would say. But you see the value of you as the storyteller taking the time to consciously choose what the story is about. If you haven't made any decisions, you're just learning, memorizing lyrics, and you're just memorizing melody, and because you are jazz singers, you are just kind of making up some improvisation based on the lyrics of the song you choose. If you don't do that kind of work, and I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, but to me, it's certainly, to like discover something else, is the easiest way to get that deep into it, and you haven't even tried to sing the dadgum song yet, right? But you see what happens, because we did this publicly, how you, as the listener, when she now delivers this song based on her memory, like Dave's memory of getting up and being caught in the shower and all this kind of stuff, you know, when she recounts this, it will be that vivid. The next time she recounts it, as Dave did, there will be even more detail to it. And the next time and the next time. And the more she does this, the more she makes it hers, the more real it is to her, the more real it is going to be to you, because she's going to start she can already now put way more emotion into this retelling of the story than she would have if I just said, sing, I'll be seeing you. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so, I wish is it, oh, I have 10 minutes left. Let me just stop and ask if there are any questions to this point. Anybody have any questions?
I would have liked to have heard her talk more about how she got there,
Yes,
what brought her to that point.
yeah. You hear that? Everybody hear that? Okay, Frank said he would like to know, more about what brought her to the moment of saying this. Okay, of saying, I'll be seeing you, you know, you're remembering events, you're remembering feelings, you have, you have an opportunity to create and take care of things from a spiritual point of view, a mental point of view, an emotional point of view, and a physical point of view. That's a lot of information if you choose to take the time and go there, okay? So, yes, more is less. That's why it says explicit details. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, you're basically saying that you have to recreate the drama as if you're an actor in a scene?
Yeah, and you can, yes, that's another way to say it, but not to separate mentally yourself from the actor. You are the person. What happens is too many times is we separate, and that's a huge issue. We become, we are, I am. And then I am, those two words are the two words of creation. Okay, I don't know if you guys go in that direction, but.
You're telling the story from the first person rather than the third person.
Exactly. And I chose this song because most people that I've heard, and especially young people, they sing the song and they try to be sincere, but they don't have any foundation for the sincerity because they haven't created their story based on these lyrics. Yes?
Can we say that they are much freer than an actress, for example, because then they have to get into a character that is already imposed on them. But here, we have to bring our own story to it.
Yes.
Can we say it like that?
Yes. You bring your own story, but you are the storyteller. You are the storyteller. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Taking the scene studies class, it was interesting to see how there's no separation between character and actor and how they're the same person. So what comes with just a slight feeling of insincerity is when it's just a mood rather than objectives. You're acting with, you're given circumstances and objectives that the character has, which includes what brought the person to that specific scene, the why is this happening now.
Yeah.
So when you sing a song, you have in mind those hidden objectives. And I think in that way, the sincerity comes through, sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, 'cause you, like I said, you have your personal experience, the experience that you garnered through observation, and then you have your imagination. They're all real up here. And if they're real here and here, then it's a done deal as making it real to your, whoever's in the room. People say the audience, but I think 360 degrees, because it's these men, women here, it's the monitor guy, it's the guy up there at the lights, it's the organizer, it's the volunteer staff. Everybody in the room, that's who I'm talking to. And you know, in my mind, they are in my living room, invited. I love hosting, okay? And I want everybody to feel good and to have a good time. I'm very joyful in sharing the joy and sharing these stories. And when you, yes.
I was just gonna say, adding on to what she said, I've taken different classes, and what you were saying about an overall objective, what I was taught in a workshop before was to take the song and break it down as you have your overall objective, why you're singing the song, and then each musical beat or lyric is a different tactic that you're using to get to the overall objective. Like there's a reason why you're choosing to say that. Like you're going through different thoughts in your mind.
Okay. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay. We can shorten that by just simply making it your story. Because when you make it your story and you feel it, your delivery of that story, your phrasing, you know, I be seen in all, you know, instead of I'll be seeing you in all. But I'm not feeling that way. I'm passionate. There's something that's happening here. I'm listening to this guy. So it's like, there's some hurt here. There's some concern. Yes, sir.
How long did it take for you to get that, like she was saying, without being an actress and disconnecting yourself from the song? And maybe you didn't have this issue, but how long did it take you to get that concept of telling the story and without, sound like you're faking it, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is something that you had to work?
Life's journey.
Yeah, that's in a nutshell. In life's journey. But for young people, it's seeking out those answers to those kinds of questions, And I'm going to throw this is coming out of left field, but listening, and listening some more to great people that move you, that you feel are great storytellers. Analyze it. That's all I did. I sat down one day and said, okay, when I sing this song, I go somewhere else. When I sing this song, I don't go there. But when I sing that first song where I go somewhere else, guess what? Everybody in the room goes with me. I wonder how that's happening. So I sat down and I thought about it. Any other questions? Yeah.
Well, an observation, there are a lot of so-called cabaret singers who have a surface of what you're talking about, but not the real thing, right? Where they're sound like storytellers, but there's a disconnect between the person, the singer, and the character.
Yeah.
You are the storyteller. You're not telling a story about somebody else who's telling the story. You are. So if you follow, these concepts here, answer those questions, you become that. It can be anything. Yes.
Is there a way you recommend to go through the exercise with another person, or write it down, or just think about it?
Well, it's great when you have somebody else that's gonna just kick you in the
Like you
boo-boo. Yeah. and not let you get away with off the wall stuff and answer the questions and keep asking why. Why this, why that, why. But if you're by yourself, you can't just write it down. But you know, I get off on using my iPhone and the little voice memo thing and talking to myself, you know. Then you can hear it back. You know, you can even ask the questions, turn it off, and answer. And then turn it back on. Why? But, and, yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Let me get, yes.
So at what point when you're learning the song do you apply the storytelling? Like when you're
Before.
Or, okay.
Before you even sit down to sing the thing. You know, how can you sing or tell the story if you haven't decided what the story is? You know, so what you need in front of you are the lyrics. You look at them, you analyze, well, how does this make me feel? You know, where can I, and then you start the process. And by the time you actually get to singing this, you already have memory, so you will already be retelling the story, your story, based on those lyrics. Okay, 1 minute. Yes.
This might be off topic, but introducing the song story, do you describe that same feeling of where you are before you actually sing the song?
Nah, you know why? Because I'm different. The storyteller is different. Every single time I tell the story, with every breath, I am different. So this is the beauty of it. You can change it up in the process of singing the song. You can change your story. Because it's your story. Right? Does that make sense? Okay, I gotta go. So thank you very much.